Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we're back in the Brock Bourbon Bar and we're blinding shit. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it. We're going to blind some stuff. Brian decided he had this scheme come up, and I'm going to call it a scheme. I don't really know if that's the right word or not. But anyway, we're going to drink some Old Fitz and some Old Granddad, and he brought in some of the newer products and some of the old products to kind of compare and contrast and see how we do with tasting them. Does that sound right?
Yes. Thank you for entertaining my wishes for the evening, this one evening.
I entertain your wishes all the time.
No, you acknowledge.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I acknowledge some of the bullshit that you throw at me, and then I entertain the fact that, wow, Barbara, way to go.
Sorry.
Barbara's drunk already. We may have recorded an episode earlier tonight, and Barbara's a little tipsy. Everybody at the club getting tipsy. That's Barbara. All right. Anyway, Brian, take it away.
Okay. So, all right. So we have Old Fitzgerald, and we have Old Granddad. 1 and 2 are either both Old Fitz or both old, OGDs, and then 3 and 4 are the same.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah. So they're grouped together.
Gotcha.
Yep. So we have what's the newest? The newest of these is the 7-year Old Granddad. It's retailing for anywhere from $38 to $43. It's a 7-year between a 7 and 8-year-old whiskey.
Right.
We have the standard Old Granddad bottled and bond, which is a lover of a lot of people. That's 4 to 5-year-old whiskey. We have the new Old Fitz in the decanter-ish. That's 7 years old. And we have an Old Fitz from 2013. And back, I paid $18 for it. And you could find them on shelves through 2016. I paid $18 for the older one. And it was a non-age statement, but they were thought to be as old as 10 years old. Like, that was my tailgating thing, except I get the handles. Because it was a true handle. Yeah. And they had the little glugger knot on it. The little the little plastic thing.
Yeah, a little plastic thing.
I love it when the ladies go glug, 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 glug.
That's a Gok 3000, by the way.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
I'll say, what was it?
Hawk Tua.
Early Times.
Oh.
Is like similar to that.
Yes.
The old Early Times bottles.
They did have the handle. Yep.
He's excited.
Back. Number 1. What are we sipping on?
Not telling you.
Damn it.
Again, hey,
you tried. You really tried.
So 1 and 2 are the same release, like Old Granddad, are both 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 are either Old Fitz or Old Granddad. Again, so 1 and 2 are the same release, just different variations. Gotcha. 3 and 4 are the same.
You're just not telling us which one
is
comes
which.
first.
Gotcha.
Obviously.
Gotcha. There we go.
Yes.
Well, off the nose, I get this really nice, almost like a breaded, like the bread that comes out at Easter, like the hot cross buns.
Right, yeah.
Not quite a raisin bread.
No.
But not quite a banana bread, but somewhere in the middle. It's really beautiful nose.
And are you going from left to right or right to left?
Whatever is marked number one.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So,
yes, number 1.
And I took a black marker and wrote on the glasses, and it took 18 minutes to get all these in front of them. They were like a bunch of school kids.
Numbers are hard. Numbers are real hard.
The legend's just mad because I took half of his because you didn't want to pour anymore.
Numbers like Morningwood. Hard.
Hey, give him a nudge.
Nose, a little bit of spice, a little bit of fruit.
Yeah, it's a little bit of there is a spicy fruit, a little spicy fruit. And I can't hear myself that one. I think
that's what I'm saying. It's the hot cross Easter buns that you get around Easter time that have
minus the raisin.
Well, I think the fruit actually it's more of the date, not quite a raisin, but a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely. Yep. I do believe that it's more of a date than a raisin. It's kind of that more dry fruit than a raisin and a date goes.
You know, the reality is some of us Protestants don't care or eat hot cross buns, so what the hell do we know?
Well, then you just have to take my word for it, buddy.
Bingo.
So it's definitely like a fruitcake. I guess can we all agree there?
Sure, that sounds like
fruitcake.
A good...
It smells a little sticky. Stop. Legend, don't.
There's nothing positive to say about fruitcake. Absolutely. I've been around it too many years. And
not to be confused like with figgy pudding. But it does smell a little bit sticky in the nose.
So did you get fruitcake when you were a youngin', Legend?
Way too many times.
Way too many times. All right, good deal.
My grandfather got lots of fruitcake as gifts, and God knows I was forced to eat that crap.
Well, look at you censoring yourself. That's impressive.
I agree.
All right. Hey, so somebody on the palate who's already gone in, Barbara always does, She's the first to sip, but she's also the first to laugh uncontrollably. Are you the snorter at the table? Yeah, Nick.
I'm not going to say what I think it is yet. I'm going to wait till I get through the end.
Don't.
I know. I said I'm waiting till I get to the end.
I was going to ask if anybody like Scott could not try and guess what they are. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to go through them.
That's fine. That's what I said. I'm
I-
not. I just said I'm not going to guess which one they are.
But what you said is, I know
Until
which
the
one this
end.
is. That's what we all heard. A little bit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know what it is.
So I get a very faint cinnamon with a little bit of vanilla.
Ooh, two's more delicate.
I'm still on one. I'm taking my time.
Yeah,
Nobody
I ain't
asked
gone-
you.
I haven't gone to 2 either.
Barb, you're going to take that shit from him?
You know what? At this point, I have
I'm taking whatever anybody's
become
dishing out.
immune to his shit, and I just go with the flow.
That's a wrap. Go with the
So
flow.
two's a little bit more delicate. It's got a little bit more of that floral note on the nose.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's almost, I want to say a honeysuckle or something adjacent to that. It's light, it's sweet, but there's
Yeah.
also like a some kind of field berry to two on the nose.
So when you say light, it's light in smell, but it's a little heavy in nose. In other words, like your whole nose gets the same thing.
Like I get more of an ethanol on the nose of two, but it's lighter in sniff. I don't know what to say,
Yep.
but that's how I get it. Yeah.
Oh, hey, and one of my thoughts with doing this is that we're tasting bottles that are from $18 to $70-ish.
Okay.
They're all bottled and bond. So they're all things that that people typically enjoy a lot.
I feel like number two has complexity that one lacked a little bit. I liked the nose on one, but the palate was lacking. Whereas that's two, the flavors are much more pronounced for me at least.
So I'm just curious, who the hell knows what honeysuckle tastes or smells like?
How do you not
I'm
know
a-
that?
I do.
What?
I mean,
But-
did you never like take the honeysuckle flower and then twist
Right.
off the back and pull the
Yes,
honey through and
pull
then
it-
like taste
yeah.
it?
No.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You know,
I mean, he was from Detroit, right? Like, I mean,
Okay,
they were too busy
Detroit
shooting
thing.
people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
listening to Motown.
Detroit's
And,
a little
Here's-
different.
Collecting brass off the school grounds.
yeah, stealing hood ornaments off the.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Where I grew up in Kentucky and southern area, honeysuckle is a different beast.
here's the thing. You people make up shit about what you smell. Scott smells vanilla and cinnamon and shit on every damn thing he ever tastes.
Wow, the legend's
love
coming
him.
in hot tonight.
But
And he's acting like I just make up shit.
you can't taste the same thing on every damn bourbon.
I didn't say vanilla or cinnamon once in the last
I
two
did.
episodes.
Yeah, but you usually do.
Oh
so-
my god! No, I always talk about baking spice because
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah, well,
do.
there's
so
that
baking
too.
spices are very prominent in
Baking
my
spices, cardamom.
because I actually
cook.
cook. I actually
What the hell
cook.
is cardamom? Anybody?
Cardamom is the spice that they add to like apple pie, and then they also add it to like all kinds of
Okay,
like
Chili.
old school
But
like
when you
flavors.
Eat apple
They
pie,
add it to
when you eat apple pie, who's looking for cardamom? You're looking for apples.
You are
and
cranky
dough.
tonight.
he is. He's real cranky.
He's definitely
I'm
on a whole
he's
new
on a
level
roll.
tonight.
I'm an outlier. I'll admit it.
No.
But
It's like a
Every-
scene from the movie The Price is Wrong, bitch.
every
Whack.
Everybody spells
Exactly.
something different.
He's
Yeah.
so
It
pissed off
doesn't
about
matter.
number one.
But at the
You know-
same time, Scott may almost always smell those kind of flavors. You may not. Again,
And-
that comes
and then-
back to everybody's palate is
Exactly.
different.
So-
And I think that's the biggest thing to understand. Everybody's palate and nose is different.
So I've gotten to the point where I'm saying I can't answer that question because what I think and what you think could be two totally different things.
Keep telling him that, legend. Way to go, buddy.
I will.
Well, I mean, the thing is like, as you said, things are sweet. And, you have to when you have to get past the thing that it's a whiskey, it's a rye, it's a bourbon. It's not going to be like a wine. It's not going to be sweet right off the cuff for everybody.
Nope.
Plus, you got to think wood sugars. Like the predominant flavors in wood sugar from the char of the barrel. The man, the myth, Jimmy Russell. He loves vanilla. Does he say caramel or caramel? Caramel.
Yeah, he says caramel.
Yep. Yeah. Those are all of his typical flavors that he talks about. And to me, because I think that the most newest of palates, they know those things, so that's what they grew up with. And that's what they're accustomed to smelling. Once you get way more into it, we get a little more creative with our descriptors. It's also more interesting for us. You're not wrong. Nobody's wrong. Number 3? What we got?
3.
Scott's already in there.
I am already in there. Oh, wait a minute. I get a hint of vanilla. And I'm joking, Legend.
I believe the cardamom is coming through on this one, Scott.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, the Legend just shot lasers. Yeah, blue lasers.
Steven, I feel like you're a little cranky today, dog. What's going on, man?
I'm not cranky. I'm just tired of this bullshit about everybody picking out the same damn flavors out of every freaking bourbon they taste.
That's
You
fair.
know,
I mean, listen,
if-
at least I'm not making up shit. Like,
Yeah,
what I
but
love is
it
people that
does-
are like, oh, I get a hint
it
of
doesn't. It doesn't help people when you
apple
all you say is vanilla,
snickerdoodle,
cinnamon, brown sugar. You know.
marzipan.
Oh,
I got marzipan.
Flan.
Flan.
But the opposite is when we use the other descriptors, you're like, that's bullshit. Nobody gets this or that.
well,
I know it's one or the other. You either accept all the little extrapolant. What's a good word?
I know a lot of times I just get like crushing loneliness and regret.
That's when it's empty.
True. Yeah.
I got to laugh out of them.
I just get incredible flavor.
3's pretty sweet.
It's not
It's pretty
necessarily what I'm tasting.
The nose on
It's-
4 is the best, though.
Okay, well, I haven't got there yet. I think it's important to understand that not necessarily what you're tasting, what you're nosing, it's whether or not you enjoy it.
Number 3 has a really nice mouthfeel to it. Sweet, but it lingers a long time.
You know,
actually, really
you know
like
what a mouthful
that's
is,
what
don't you?
Ashley said.
I'm about to say, I get a little bit of pepper on 3. Like
Agreed.
Like a white pepper?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
an aftertaste, like towards the end.
100%.
Oh, here he comes. He's like, bullshit.
No, I agree with this. Number 3 is a solid pick, and I love the taste.
Man, I love the nose on 4.
The hardest thing for me with bourbon is listening to people who, for lack of a better word, make up all kinds of, yes, I taste this, I taste that, this is wonderful. Bullshit. It's good, it's bad. Maybe I taste leather, maybe I taste tobacco, maybe I taste citrus. But people in general aren't going to taste a whole lot of stuff. A blend or a store pick, they're all going to be subjective to each individual's palates. I don't know. I know what I like, but I don't know what they'll like.
And I think that's fair, right? Like, nobody should ask you. I think people are asking you because you work at a liquor store, right? Like, they're saying, hey, what do you like, or what do you think is sweet, or pour me something that's sweet. And it's fair for you to say, hey, what's sweet to me may not be sweet to you. I'll pour you 2 or 3 things, and then you tell me which ones you think are sweet, and then you can kind of take them down that road, right?
It's almost like you have to work backwards when you're trying to discover what your, and everyone's palate is different and like key to certain flavors and profiles. And so like you have to start with that generalized, like what you said, Scott, like what is sweet to you? What is floral to you? If someone were to say what is a wood note or a smoky note, like what does that bring up in your mind in terms of like the flavor of it?
Correct. I think that's the
Absolutely.
biggest piece of it. I think a lot of people misconstrue. And listen, no offense, Legend. I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Sometimes old age and crotchery sometimes will put you down a road where you feel like people are asking you something that they're really just trying to figure out what your thought process is.
I have no problem or no issue with that. But, it's hard to say, what do you like?
Right.
My general answer is, whatever's in my glass. Because
I love that about you.
there are
Agreed.
so many things that I like.
Right.
There are lots of things that I don't like, but they're asking me what I like. And
Titties and sex in the
JTS
morning.
Brown, Bottle and Bond. I like, whatever it might be, because I want them to come back to me with a response.
Right.
That's fair.
Well, and that's what I do.
I don't want them to say, "Oh, okay." I want them to say, "Well, yeah, that's good, but what about, Woodford? What about 10-day bourbon, or what about Peerless?" That way I can have a conversation.
Right.
That's
Well,
fair.
And that's one thing that I do when I'm here at home and I have people come over. I ask them straight off, what flavors do you like? Do you prefer sweet, fruit, spice, wood, any of those? And then I go from there, and from my profile, my flavor and nose profile, I will go and look at my options and give them something. I will nail it on the head for whatever the person is.
That's fair. I think we've gone off a little bit of a tangent here. Let's get back to Old Fitz and Old Granddad, but I don't think any of you guys are wrong in that aspect. So, Brian, it's weird. I would have almost said that you mixed these up. Mm-hmm. Like I would have said 2 went with 4 originally.
Okay.
That makes no. I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not saying you did,
No,
but I'm just saying like it almost like when I drink them, like 2 and 4 kind of go more together and 1 and 3 go more together. I just think it's funny.
Yep. Yeah, I don't disagree. And like 4 to me has like the deepest, richest kind of ooey gooey nose that's out there. Yeah, of the 4.
And
That's a nose banger for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've yet to taste. Well, I haven't tasted. And either 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 are also fresh cracks.
Okay.
So they've had no air.
Okay.
And for people that are into this whole thing, here, yes, yeah, all right, good, yep, all right, he gets it.
That's clear as mud.
He's trying to be as ambiguous as he can be, considering this is the blind. But I would, without me saying much, just because it seems like the complexity of both 2 and 4, I think are the newest releases. At least, from a complexity of the nose, sweetness along that way. That's what my guess is. I haven't decided, which one is Old Fitz or Old Granddad, but
I think 2 is a new release. I think 4 is an OG.
All of it.
Hey, so here's what I'll say in support of the legend. There's a lot of people that call bullshit on the entire industry. That's why when you go to distilleries, very, very seldom will the person leading the tasting try and put out any descriptors to put into your mind.
Absolutely.
Just like when we had Mac Andolfo. He didn't want to say anything about what he picked up on it. He really wants to leave it to those that are tasting it themselves. Places like Woodford. That's why they have their flavor wheel. And I've been there many a times. They've never talked about what they get what they get on the nose or anything in the whiskey. They put the flavor wheel in front of you.
Yep.
Then they're asking you. And something that Scott has said a lot, the things that a lot of us smell or taste or all that, it's things that bring us back years and years that are kind of ingrained into our minds, in our noses, and our bellies.
Those memories.
And I feel
Those
like I've been
memories.
saying that for a long time. Like, right? Like when I drink whiskey, I try to tie it to a memory. What is something that I'm picking up that reminds me of X, Y, or Z? Whether it's baking spice, whether it's vanilla, whether it's caramel, or whether, whatever. Like, I feel like lately I've been picking up way more probably like floral notes a lot better than I have anything else.
Okay. And I've gotten a lot more of the spices.
Yeah, I get a lot. I'm getting a lot of the floral. I'm getting a lot of baking spice and spice, whether
And
it
like
be
that
pepper
herbal
or
tea,
heat. Yep.
those tea type tannins is what I'm starting to pull out a lot more.
And to me, like the conversation could be like how much pressure you feel like you're supposed to know and pick up exactly what the tasting notes that are recorded are. And like I'm notorious for like a few podcast episodes ago, I was feeling really down in the dumps because I felt like I wasn't getting what everybody else at the table was experiencing. And the whole point of it is that you may not. It just it if it ties to memory, if it ties to your specific profile of things that you just notice more, like is there a true right or wrong? It you can have what the creator of the blend or releaser of the bottle, they get, but then it becomes a unique experience, which is what separates whiskey, rye whiskey and bourbon, I think, from any other spirit. Is it is unique to the individual that samples it. But I
agree.
will say, like, you can tell on these 4 choices, like there's depth in certain ones, and then the others just kind of fall off. So I'm kind of curious to, like, I have in my mind what I think is Old Fitz and what's Old Granddad, but I also haven't had a lot of Old Fitz or Old Granddad on my own, so it's kind of a fun, like, puzzle to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done 44 or 45 barrel picks, and every one of them has been unique and different, and what I think at any given time could be different the day after. Just like these samples we've tasted. I've enjoyed them. I have my favorite. Frankly, I don't know which one it is, whether it's Granddad or Old Fitz.
Legend, and that's exactly why I wanted to do this for you guys and do a blind.
But they're solid pours.
Yep.
You know, one of the fun parts about being part of Bourbon Barrel Talk is that we've gone to and talked with brands that most people maybe have never heard of, but they're putting out solid products that are age appropriate and they're price appropriate. You know, there's a lot of very good bourbon and rye on the market for reasonable prices. There's no reason to pay hundreds of dollars to get solid product that we all can enjoy. And take that to heart and go looking for products that suit them and make them happy.
Legend, so thank you for going first circle. Because you went off on a tangent for a while and you just brought it all back to it's all about what it is that you enjoy.
Exactly.
In the journey that's in whiskey, and that it should be drank and consumed and shared with friends.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah, thank you for that.
All right, so let's trim these downs, right? Like,
All right.
because we went way too long.
I
For
love
an
this.
episode
I
with
love this. I love this.
4 bourbons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Does anybody want to guess first what they think is which and which one's their favorite?
Wait,
How about that?
So can I ask the opposite? If you can put like your number one, like your drink of choice.
Okay.
My problem is, I'll be honest with you, I didn't have enough of one, and I'm still scared to finish it off. But
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
So if I needed it, with what I've got, I would say 4, 2, 1, and 3.
It's interesting you say 4 and 2 because Scott thought that the newer releases.
no, I said the older releases. I think
Yes,
are
he
4.
Oh, okay.
I
Yep.
think 4 is the oldest. I think 4. I think 4 is quite possibly Old Fitz. This.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that. Now, the problem is there's just a touch of a rye like taste to it, but like I feel like 3 and 4 are Old Fitz. I feel like
Okay.
they're more of a weeded like type bourbon. I might be completely off. And 1 and 2 seem like the Old Granddad. I think 2 is the newer release of the Old Granddad, and 1 is the OG Old Granddad.
Okay.
But that's just speculation, right? Like, I mean, when you blind things, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard. The bad thing is that like one's a weeded bourbon and one's not. Like, so this is
Right.
really, really hard when you look at the fact that you're blinding things that are this different, and you if you don't get it right, you feel kind of dumb. But at the same time, you like there's complexity that goes with both of them. And I will tell you this: the last few weeders that I've drank, I feel like have come off way more rye forward, and I don't know if
Okay.
it's because my palate is changing or whatever's going on. But like,
And that's very plausible because I know that you've done a lot of sourdough and different kind of, you know, baking stuff within the house of your own. And that may also have a bearing on
It could.
your different palate. I think that being said, I think it's still important to understand everybody is different. Everybody gets something totally different. And I think Stephen really, really nailed that on the head.
Yep.
That people do not get in this bourbon, whiskey, rye industry.
No, they don't. We have so many people that are chasing labels instead of chasing whiskey.
Clout.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go for the juice.
Yeah. So
I don't care about the name or whatever.
So I asked for more 4 because to me 4 has the best nose and it just carries through on the palate. Like it's delicate, it's got some sweetness, it's got a lot of things going on. I feel like probably 1 is my second favorite, which would probably not be the favorite for most others, only because it just seems it's very reminiscent of like something that I drank all the time early on in bourbon. And then I would say probably I would go 2 then 3, but that's just where I'm at. I 4, 1, 2, 3.
I'm 100% with you on that one, Scott.
Yeah, and mash bill, so the Old Fitz, 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. And for the OGD, the Old Grandad, early 80s Old Grandad from National Distillers. 63% corn, 27% rye, 10% malted barley.
Yeah.
And it's been the same mash bills forever.
Ever, yeah.
Yep, forever, ever, ever.
All right. For me, I think number 4 had still, as you said, the best nose. I think 2 for me had the best palate for me. And so 4 came in, I say, if I just was going by palate only, I would say 2, 4, 1, 3.
2, 4, 2, 1, 3 for me.
Mr.
He's already said,
oh.
he said that he agreed with me. 4, 1, 2, 3.
4, 2, 3, 1.
4, 2, 3, 1 for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, something up number 4 again. And I knew what it was, but I forgot what it was.
Okay.
And
That's
just
fair.
like the nose, and I went back to it 3 different times.
Yeah.
And so the nose got better on one when I went back to it after having the others.
Yeah.
It got a lot more sweet. The palate and the finish kind of faded some.
So since 4 was the unanimous like victor, why don't we start with that revelation and then work our way backwards?
So,
I love it.
And so everything.
4 is the new Old Fitz.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yep, yeah, the new
Okay.
Yeah, that's a retail $60, secondaries $110.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. And so it gorgeous bottle. Like, I mean, they really played
Yeah.
off the
The old school
series.
decanter,
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that means number 3 is the old school Old Fitz.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's crazy
Yeah,
because
Wow.
it didn't feel as
Yeah.
rich.
No.
Yep. Yeah, and that is thought to be up to 10 years old. It look at the color.
It's
yeah,
definitely dark.
Definitely the color is beautiful.
So the reality is that we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Hey,
Because we all have
I knew which one was the weeder and which one wasn't.
Yeah.
opinion.
Hey, we don't know what we're doing, but we know what it is that we like, and that's okay.
And that's the best part about bourbon.
That's fair. All right. So which one is number 1?
Hey, so I just
4.
got number.
I'm pretty sure it's 4. I think everybody said.
No, I'm saying which one's number
Oh.
1. So
Sorry,
we already
squirrel.
know which one number 3 is because by default he said 4 and 3.
That was number 1.
Yep,
Yep.
and that's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the Old Grandad 7-year. This has been open for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so this the open bottle again. So the Old Fitz, they were both fresh cracks tonight. I'd be interested to go back to these in a couple of weeks to see how oxygen changes them some.
Well, I think even on number 3, the Old Fitz, I'll call it the vintage label. It changed after even being open for another 10 minutes or so.
Yep.
Going back to it, it's different.
Yeah, and to me, like the standard Old Grandad bottle and bond, it's under $20. It's a banger for what it is.
Oh, 100%. You can never go wrong with Old Granddad Bottled and Bond,
Bingo.
JTS Brown Bottled and Bond, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. All 3 of those bottles are fantastic 100 proofers. They stand up in a cocktail. They taste good originally, and they go down really, really well. Like all 3 of those are fantastic pours. This Old Fitz is good. It's really good. The vintage one, I'm actually surprised it wasn't sweeter. Like I was expecting it to be the sweeter one of the 2, just because of the fact that like typically when you taste those old ones, they just have a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more malty flavor to it.
Yep.
And I don't feel like that one did that as much justice as what you would normally get.
Yep. Yeah, and the old school Old Fitz that went into the barrel in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So different stuff back then, but
Yeah.
it didn't pull through this time.
Do you know what the char is on the Old Fitz?
No idea.
I wonder. It tastes, at least the vintage one tastes like it could be a heavier char.
Hey,
I don't know.
Yeah, we have tech support that is digging in. Hey, I also love the fact that we're calling something from 2013 vintage. I do. Like it's not like from the years of black and white TV, but it's a bottle and a design that was discontinued for years. Like they got rid of that in 2013. They were off the shelves in 15 and 16, But Prime, the 80 proof, has been around the entire time. And when they took this Old Fitz away, Larceny is the one that filled it into place. That is where Larceny came from, where it built all its clout.
Right.
Larceny grew year over year by like 400%. And then all of a sudden, that juice turned into the Old Fitz Decanter series.
Right.
First released in 2017, I believe.
Yep.
So it's cool stuff.
So Old Fitz is a chart number 3 level. So that is where it sits at.
That makes
So-
sense a little bit then.
Yeah. So now a little bit of trivia. So the Old Fitz, the original Old Fitz distillery, everything in Shively, right? It was actually on Fitzgerald Road, and that's where it got the name. So off of old, what was it? Was it off Ralph Avenue? Yeah, it was off Ralph Avenue. So it's really neat when you sit back and look at some of the things and the heritage that runs with those. What I really love about like Old Granddad is like what Brian said. That mash bill's not changed. That 68, 20, whatever, 13, whatever it is. And normally I can roll those things right off the top of my head, but they just really it's crazy that thing's stood the test of time with that odd mash bill, because it's one of the few that you've ever seen that run in that 60 mark for a bourbon.
63, 27, 10.
63, 27, 10. So, yeah. But I don't know. All solid pours. I enjoyed every one of them.
Yeah, appreciate you, Brian, for bringing those. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thanks.
entertaining me, Scott.
Listen.
I know, no.
I'll always entertain Brian Phillips.
All right, I can't wait for the next one.
Fair enough. I think that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel Talk. If you want to find us, you can find us on Facebook, the Instagram, or the X. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can hit us up at bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com, or you can message us on any of those other social media platforms. This is Scott, the Brox, the Legend, Johnny Tsunami, and Brian signing off. Peace.
Peace
Get
out.
off my lawn, whippersnappers.